Hey everyone, this video is to go over how to add deep links from your Cengage content into Canvas. We're also going to go over how to insert step 3 and step 4 into the instructor module and the student module as well for you. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on Cengage over here on the side. And we're going to find our content. So for this example, I'm going to use one of the automotive techs, and I'm going to use the Holland Beeks Today's Technician. This here is where you would want to search for your actual course that you're teaching in the courseware you're using. What I'm going to do here, since I'm creating a master course, is I'm going to create a new MindTap course. For the course name, I'm going to label it Auto 200 Master Course. And I'm also going to put Fall 2019 so I know when I created it. I'm going to put a start date and then an end date. For the end date, I'm just going to put it out to the end of December. Then I'm going to choose my time zone. Next, we're going to hit continue. This screen is asking about how we want to input columns into the gradebook. In pretty much every circumstance, we're going to choose the bottom, and that will allow you to choose and create columns just for the activities that you're going to take advantage of. Then we're going to hit continue. Perfect. Now when we go back to our modules section, you'll see in my course shell that I already had content in it. All the way at the very bottom here is where that link went to. What we're going to do with it now, just so that we don't forget, is we're actually going to move this link. Where we're going to move this link to is the instructor module. So we're going to move it into instructor's module. And where we want to put it is before step 3, because this link becomes step 3. So we're going to move it in here. Now I can delete my insert step 3. And I'm going to rename my Auto 200 Master Course Fall 2019 link. What we're going to rename this is Step 3, click here to activate your Cengage content. If you're not sure the exact naming convention, go start at the top under Please Read when you do yours, and it will remind you there. Now, we're going to start adding in some specific Cengage content for Module 1 right down here. For this example, I'm going to pull in a reading and maybe 2 or 3 other activities. So where we go now is to the Cengage link on the side. Now before when we came in here, it asked us to choose which textbook we're using. Now it's going to ask us which content from that textbook we would like to bring in. So I'm looking for content from Module 1. So for me, Module 1 is going to cover Chapter 1. So I want to pull over the Chapter 1 reading. So Chapter 1 reading is right here. And for this example, I also want to bring over a labeling activity, and I'm also going to bring over some review questions. That's all I want to bring over at this point. Once I have those 3 things selected, I'm going to choose Confirm. I'm going to press Save. Making sure to press Save only one time. Now when I go back into the modules section, those 3 links that I decided to bring over into Canvas, we're going to find them all the way at the very bottom. So here they are, and now I'm going to move them into Module 1. So I want to put the reading pretty near the top, so we're going to click Move to Module 1 before the additional resources, and we're going to move it there. There's my reading link. Make sure you publish it, otherwise students will not be able to see it. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and I'm going to move this 2 activities underneath of the reading as well. So move 2, Module 1, before, additional resources. And last, we're going to move the final one there as well. Move 2, Module 1, before, additional resources. Now in Module 1, I have the activities that I want to bring in. Those are the steps for deep linking. You'll just repeat them over and over again. I recommend pulling in 1 chapter's worth of, or 1 week's worth of content at a time. That way you make sure you don't miss anything or bring in anything extra that you weren't anticipating to bring in. It's a few more clicks, but for me it makes sense so that I'm not missing anything or adding anything additional. Once you add in the additional content that you'd like to add in, don't forget they will populate anything with a point value into the assignment section, so that way you can manipulate it as needed and weigh them just as you normally would. Here's the 2 activities we brought in with point values. You can maneuver those however you'd like within Canvas. One thing to note, if you're going to change the point values, you want to do that in the Cengage product first before you link them into Canvas. This makes for a smoother experience for both you and your students. Also, here are the 2 activities we added, and I'd like to show you here in the gradebook where it's going to add those columns for those 2 individual activities that we have added. So as we scroll over here, you'll see Cengage image labeling activity and the ASC style review questions that we added as well. What I want to show you now is also how to bring in the link for step 4 for your students. It's the same process. We're going to choose Cengage, but instead of choosing any of the other content, we're going to choose this very top one right here. We're going to select Confirm and Save. Again, hitting Save only 1 time. Now when I go back into the Modules section, that link will again be at the very bottom, but we're going to move it to the student module before step 4. And we're going to move it there. Get access, click here to activate your Cengage materials and update. We're going to make sure again to publish this link, and now we can remove step 4. The last thing that we need to do here is we need to make sure that we insert the master course key. So to find the master course key, we are going to click on step 3, the click here to activate your Cengage content. We're going to load it in the new window. Once we go through here, for my purposes right now, I'm going to skip the guided setup, but feel free to complete those steps if you'd like. I don't need syllabus language, and please don't use this syllabus language. We have very specific syllabus language for NTC that you can take advantage of as well. Right here, I'm going to go to Support Information. Here's the course key that we're going to grab. So we're going to highlight this, and we are going to copy this. Now, we're going back into Canvas, to the Modules section again. Here, on the When Prompted, where it says Insert Master Course Key, so we're going to edit this name here. We're going to scroll over here, and then we're going to pop in, we're going to delete this, and then we are going to paste in the course key we just found. Then we're going to update it. I know we had a bunch of steps that brought us back and forth, but what we've done now is we've created 2 Getting Started modules, and then we've added specific content within your pre-created modules of content that you have been using. So these first two modules are meant for your adjunct faculty and faculty who may be teaching the course after you've created the course. So it goes through everything that they'll need to know to be successful. Please read a step-by-step guide on activating their links, the system requirements, access, which course key to copy so we make sure they're using your customizations, and how to get them more support as well. Then for the students, we have the same type of setup. Step 1, here's all your getting started information. Step 2, run the check. 3, read this real quick. And finally, get access. Activate your materials. And if you need any more support or help, here's the 2 places where they go. Then don't forget down here on the bottom, in between the content we already had created, we've added in the links to the readings and the Cengage activities that this course is taking advantage of. This was a quick review of how to add deep links into the module sections. If you have any questions, please reach out to your folks at NTC, also to the Cengage team as well here to support you. Have a great day.